than running behind. You heard me? You got stuff you gotta do. You got a little shifted in your plan. Ain't nothing worse than running behind. Yes, sir. The one and only James Williams, Dark Waters, also known as the Stankonian Ambassador, is back, and I am here to talk to you guys about what in the Sam hell is going on out here in these streets. Let's start with the fact that Israel is blowing off PPs all over Lebanon, blowing up PPs. Boom, boom. They're like, oh, you think you're going to get them virgins when you go to heaven? Boom, PP blown off. Oh, you going to put that walkie-talkie next to your PP? Boom, blown off. And I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's hilarious that the terrorists are being terrorized. I mean, really, when you think about it, those people are terrorists, and they're terrorizing the terrorists. And then the news is covering it, and they can't quite look out for Hezbollah because they know they're terrorists. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, oh, you know, the news in Lebanon with this, you can't come out and say, oh, well, you know, they shouldn't be doing this because they know they're terrorists. I think it's interesting to sit there and watch. I was watching last night. I was like, wow, this is crazy. They're terrorizing the terrorists. They're literally terrorizing the terrorists. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like that they just tried to do a chemical attack on the Don Don on stage. Everybody around him got sick. So that makes 1, 2, 3, 4 assassination attempts. We got the first one where they popped him in the head, pow, hit his ear. Second one where his plane had a malfunction. Third one where the guy goes to the golf course. And then the fourth one where they tried to hit him with a chemical attack. And then there was this talk, and it's amazing how the news, these people need to be arrested at this point in time. I'm sorry. The people in American media need to be arrested because they find a car bomb outside of one of his rallies and they shoo away the car bomb out of the news. Like, the American news is just communist news network at this point in time. They need to all be arrested, rounded up and arrested. I'm sorry. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, somebody shot. Could you imagine if somebody had took a shot at Joe Biden? The shit we would have heard, they'd still be talking about that to this day. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. If they would have took a shot at Joe, we would have never heard the end of it. Thank God nobody took a shot at Joe. Don't want to see nobody take a shot at Joe. What the hell is that noise that this dude is making? I don't want to see nothing happen to nobody. But I'm just saying, we would have never heard the end of it if the shoe was on the other foot. But they come out and they just cover it up and normalize political assassination attempts. I mean, it's completely normal now. Oh, you know, they say somebody took a shot. They'd say that the guy tried to kill Donald Trump. They say that it's a conspiracy. Bruh, it's crazy. I mean, it's absolutely insane. It's bad, so wait till I'm doing this to make all this damn noise. And even a I don't know what the hell that is. It's insane, bro. It's totally insane. Can y'all hit the like button? The last couple of live streams, I haven't been a like Nazi, but I'm about to be a like Nazi. Hit the like button, man. Stop disrespecting me. And I know I got my normal 40 haters, and I understand now from intel that the 40 has been divided into 20. So the 20 non-haters, haters, I need y'all to hit the button too. Y'all always hit first. So I need y'all to hit the button. Show me some love. Y'all the 20 non-hating haters. You're reformed haters. Hit the button, please. All the reformed haters hit the button. Now the rest of the 20 that are here to see if I'm going to mention you, don't worry, I will. Watch this. So we got the Don Don going on stage and everybody around him getting sick. And it's amazing. Oh, let's not talk about that in the news. 20 people that went on stage with him come down with a mysterious disease and a mysterious illness. And see, the problem that we have is this. This is the crazy part. People will say, well, it's time for Donald Trump to go into a bunker. I wouldn't go in no bunker. Well, I'm off the main stage and nobody can see me, because then they gonna really do you something. So the crazy thing is he gotta stay in the public's eye. You gotta stay in the public's eye. If you're gonna bust him up, you got to do it publicly. I'm not gonna go hide so you can go do whatever you want to do. You gotta stay in the public's eye. He came out and it's my understanding. I have yet to find it, but I'm going to see if I can find it today. It's my understanding. It's my understanding that he put out a cease and desist to all the people that were interfering with the election, saying that he gonna arrest you. You know what I'm saying? And I think he should. I think he should. Anybody that was caught stealing ballots, doing, all of them need to go to prison at this point in time. When he wins, if he survives to that point, he wins, everybody need to go to prison. The whole kit and caboodle needs to go to prison, period. So we don't have this issue or problem anymore in America. You know what I'm saying? That's it needs to be. Now, I'm getting ready to get me a shirt that says Diddy didn't kill himself. Diddy didn't commit suicide, because Diddy's in the same prison where Epstein was, and Diddy ain't gonna be around too much longer. I'm sorry, I don't care what nobody say. Diddy ain't finna be with us too long. Y'all might as well start getting y'all P. Diddy t-shirts ready now. Diddy ain't gonna be with us too much longer. I'm sorry. There's no way. There's no way that Diddy sticks around. I'm sorry. Diddy about to be Arkansas, because Diddy was down with Hillary. And everybody knows Hillary Clinton is the most dangerous politician there is. If you don't understand that Hillary is the most dangerous politician there is, then you lost. You was born a couple of days ago, because that woman is dangerous. Period. So I feel sorry for Diddy. But you know, Diddy came out and he wanted to be a part of the gang. And he was like, don't worry about it, Diddy. You can do all the evils you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Diddy, you can do all the evils you want to do. He's like, yeah, I'm P. Diddy. I can get away with everything. Now, I'm going to tell you what I don't agree with. See, this whole thing about, they say he's sex trafficking because he flew a girl across state lines to come in, and the girl was consensually nude. That's sex. I mean, so what you're saying is, if I fly a model from point A to point B, take her to dinner, do what I need to do, that's sex trafficking. I don't know about that one. But all the rest of that foolishness, the Justin Bieber, the youngsters, all that other crazy stuff, yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. Consenting adults, man, that's what they do. You know, adults do things. But them youngsters is what's going to get Diddy. All them youngsters that Diddy was rolling around with, palling around with. Remember when they first raided his house, he had his neighbors out there, and it was two dudes in a Bentley. It was the funniest thing ever. They was like, they was asking the dudes, and he was like, you know, we his neighbors. And they was like, what do you think about Diddy? He do too much. He do way too much. He was like, yeah, he had buses of them. He had buses coming in at night. He got whole buses. He do too much. And the neighbor pulled off in his Bentley. So clearly Diddy was doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Clearly Diddy was doing too much. Somebody said, check out Jaguar Wright. I love Jaguar Wright. Her and Cat Williams just literally laid waste to Hollywood. And you got to think, whose operative are they that they went out with that protection and started telling these truths? Who was feeding them that information and say, okay, Diddy going down, we need a spokesperson to go out there and prophesy this over them? And she goes out, and Cat Williams goes out and says, you got to tell Diddy no. You got to tell Diddy no. You know what I'm saying? Who was it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember two young brothers. They was hilarious to me. Them two dudes was hilarious. And there's so much going on in the news. It's crazy to keep up with. Like, I record stuff yesterday. That stuff is... That's why I'm getting ready to start. Just so you'll know, I'm just finna start dropping stuff every 3 hours throughout the night and throughout the day. Because it's way too much to not... It's everywhere. I mean, it's everywhere. There's stuff that I saw yesterday. I was like, ain't nobody talking about this. And I recorded, and I was like, well, I'll wait. And then, boom, the news cycle then turned over. And if you guys remember, I told you, as that cycle turns, and keeps turning, it moves faster and faster. So remember, there was a whole entire assassination attempt on Donald Trump. an entire assassination attempt. And we are at Thursday, possibly. Yeah, today's Thursday. And it is pushed out of the news. Completely and totally pushed out of the news. I mean, gone. I mean, we had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No, Monday and Tuesday, there was this pushback on the liberal media for them always saying that he was a terrorist and he was a threat to the democracy and a threat and this and that. And people said, man, y'all got to tone down the language. There was the battle. There's the fight. Diddy comes out. Diddy spikes in the news. Israel comes out blowing off PPs all over the place and news cycle moves. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, so we got 210 people in here and 84 likes. So you're trying to tell me out of 210 of y'all, only 84 people like what I'm talking about? 85? Why you here? Tap the screen, dog. All you gotta do is do like this. Pop, pop. Pop, pop. I just like my damn self. Pop, pop. All you gotta do is tap the screen. It ain't that hard to tap with your finger. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, though. It's absolutely insane what's going on in the news. Absolutely insane. And the more you think about it, the more terrifying it gets. How many days we got to the election? Who can hear? Who can count real quick? You know what I'm saying? We got the election on what? November 5th or November 6th? November 5th? How many days we got? Less than 50 days? You know what I'm saying? Less than 50? 48 days. I'm going to go with the number. 48 days. 52 days. 5 days. I'm going to go with 48. Between 48 and 52 days is what we got left. You know what I'm saying? We go with 46. Between 46 and 52. All I'm saying is, you got damn near a little bit over a month left. And if you think it's wild right now, wait till we get closer. We got Kamala coming out doing interviews where Kamala keeps doing this word salad. I grew up in a middle class neighborhood. And, you know, people in my neighborhood, they love their lawns and they took care of their lawns. Well, Kamala, we're asking you about what you're going to do about the economy. The Joe Biden economy is great. And my mother, she raised us and she worked. Kamala, what are you going to do about inflation? And my mother cut the grass herself sometimes and took out the trash herself sometimes. And people are like, Kamala, what you going to do about the economy? And I would watch her clean the refrigerator with Lysol. Like, you know, people clean their refrigerators with Lysols. And I clean the refrigerators with Lysol too, just like you. You use Lysol to clean the refrigerator. I use Lysol to clean the refrigerator. And I have an opportunity economy. And what it looks like is everybody cleaning their refrigerators with Lysol. What? Then let's talk about the economy. They say the Joe Biden economy is fantastic. It's great. It's going awesome. Everything is good. Then the Federal Reserve comes out and cuts the interest rate. A clear sign that the economy is not doing well at all. Nothing about the economy is doing well when they start cutting interest rates. Period. Point blank, period. Then you add on top of that, you got Haitians rolling over people, grandmas in Springfield, and literally rolling over your grandma as she going to the mailbox, literally slamming in the school buses. And everybody like, you keep talking about the Haitians. That's not nice. You talking about the Haitians. Man, them boys is about to do some voter fraud unlike anything you ever seen voter fraud. Voter fraud. Period. Foreigners deciding your election. You know what I'm saying? People that only ain't from your country deciding your damn election. And watch this. This is what y'all don't get. Everybody talking about the federal election. Oh, you forget that they're going to decide your local elections. Never mind the fact that when you drop 20,000 more of them in there, it skews the census. So they get more congressional districts. Nobody want to look at none of the stuff that they're supposed to look at. None of it. Never mind. And then let's not talk about the the exponential increase in sexual crimes against minors that's going on. I mean, exponential increase. Horrendous crimes against people's children. You see what I'm saying? You get what can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Though the Rock likes pineapples and children. Can you smell what Dog Waters is cooking? I don't eat pineapples and children. The Rock says he eats pineapples and children. You dig? Can you smell what Dog Waters is smoking? The legendary cigar, the Bigelow. Can you smell the Bigelow? I almost got it together for the social hour with James Williams, sponsored by Legendary Cigars. You'll love this. This is gonna be me in my full-on ambassador role. I just had to get the location squared away. It'll be fun. I'm telling you. It'll be me having a drink, smoking a cigar, and me really talking to you. It's not gonna be live. It'll be pre-recorded, and I'm gonna be replying to comments. So when I say, "Hey man, I want you to post a comment and a question in the comments for this special series," any question you want that don't pertain to cryptids, because I'm not talking about cryptids and monsters. I'm gonna leave the cryptid and monster stuff to the cryptid and monster talkers, those who talk about cryptids and monsters all the time. I'm gonna leave that for them. Anything outside of that, I'll be answering questions to it. So it's just wild, man. To me, it's absolutely insane. Car bombs, chemical attacks, assassination attempts, all this stuff going on everywhere. In our media, the American media, these dirty, sandy beaches, these filthy, rotten, dirty, sandy beaches, whether they be white, sandy, dirty, sandy beaches or black, dirty, sandy beaches on the news, they all dirty, sandy beaches. Just lying to the people. And see, what Trump needs to do is he needs to go ahead and put that propaganda act back in place, where it said that they couldn't use propaganda against the American people that Obama took out. I forgot the name of it. Smith something act. Then he put that back in place, because they've been propaganding the hell out of American people since Obama took that off. And the CIA has been hammering people with propaganda to the point to where it's like, hey, if you don't believe our propaganda, we're going to put you in prison. Out comes Hillary. Now, let me tell y'all something. Kamala getting her butt whooped when Hillary comes out and starts talking and starts laying down cover fire for her. Because, see, everybody thinking Hillary is coming out like she's going to intimidate conservatives. No. Hillary came out because Hillary is trying to make everybody on their side remember, hey, I'm behind this. You got to deal with me if you jump off ship. Because you saw Mark Zuckerberg jumping ship, saw all these other people jumping ship. Hillary comes out and says, hey, do you want to be put in a black bag and hung in your closet, and they say that you were suicided? I'm Hillary. Do you want to be found tied up and hung upside down? I'm Hillary. So she threatened everybody. 171 with 300 people. You know what I'm saying? You dig? Man, I look good in pink, man. What you talking about? They look great on my dark skin, boy. What you talking about? You got to understand the contrast of your skin, homie. What's wrong with you? Shit. You got to understand your skin contrast. Look how my skin popping this pink, boy. Watch this. So Hillary comes out. And Hillary tells everybody, get in line. Get in line. You know what I'm saying? Get in line behind me or else. You dig? And that you notice after Hillary came out, the media started shaking. They started talking. They started attacking like, rah, 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 rah. They started getting some energy to them. Because they was on their hind. I mean, they was on their heels, not their hind legs. They was on their heels. But they was just getting brutalized. Boom, 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 Boom. The memes coming out everywhere. The cat memes utterly destroying them to where people in Congress is like upset over cat memes, which then they was investigating people for memes with the FBI, put it up on people's houses, saying, "Oh, we want to talk with you about your social media posts." And people say that's the First Amendment. Get your punk behind off my property. It's wild out here. You know what I'm saying? It's wild out here in these streets. Now, I'm gonna say this to you. If you live in an urban city, a big city, a huge city, a New Orleans, an Atlanta, a Dallas, a Austin, especially people in Austin, because that's the most liberal city, probably one of the most liberal cities there is. Forget California, it's about to fall off the map. Earthquakes are shaking, that's going to go into the sea. California ain't going to be a part of America anymore. Don't worry about California. New York, Jersey, all these places where they dumping all these illegal migrants in. I need you to understand something. If Kamala, in the words of Bill Clinton, if Kamala wins this election, you will find yourself in Portland for sure. You will find yourself in a hell hole. You will find yourself in a hell hole of a city if Kamala wins. Every form of depravity, every form of craziness is going to pop off. The only thing holding all that back right now is this election. And they barely holding it back. Because they brought the Haitians in, they brought the Venezuelans in. And the craziest thing is the Venezuelans came in, took over apartment complexes. The news tried to tell you it didn't happen. They sent people there with bigger YouTube channels. Oh, it didn't happen, blah, 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 blah. Like nobody don't know that them people is on the payroll. Then here come the people in the neighborhood. I'm scared to go outside and walk my dog because I might get robbed. Yeah. You voted for it. Well, I didn't vote for that, DW. Well, your damn neighbor did. You need to go knock on your neighbor's door. Hey, say, bro, you vote for this stupid foolishness? For these people coming in here? What's wrong with you, man? Let me show you something. Now, I'm going to tell you what's interesting, too, is all the fact-checking about the dog and rat eating on, like, Twitter. They didn't have that last week. They didn't have all the fact-checking, like, oh, this is not in New York, this is in Venezuela. And the craziest thing is, they say it's not New York, but it's in Venezuela. They say it's not in this place, but it's in Haiti. You just make an argument for what everybody's saying. Now, not understanding that the meme war, the information war, ain't really about giving you the exact true footage. It's about getting the point across. And see, that's been conservatives' problem for the longest. Democrats have always understood this. They're going to lie, they're going to steal, they're going to cheat, they're going to control the narrative. And then when the other side starts to do the same thing, when the other side starts to exaggerate and seize upon narratives and bring it forward and create narratives based on things out there, oh, you're lying. That's not, no. Everybody doing what y'all do. They're doing exactly what y'all do. And they can't handle, it's like putting a mirror up to their face. They cannot handle when the mirror's up at their face. And the reason why they don't want the mirror in their face is because it's hijacking what they use to brainwash their own constituents. I'm going to say that again. It's hijacking what they've used to brainwash their own constituents. So when you mirror the tactics and techniques of the left, it don't work on conservatives because they sitting there saying, say, bro, that's a bunch of bull crap. It works on their own people. That's why you mirror them. Because they did all the training. They did everything to get them. They did everything to get them, get their heads right. That I heard somebody coughing. They did everything to get them squared away. All you got to do is turn the mirror around. Boom. And they can't stand when that mirror is put up to their faces, to the media, because it's like, oh, you're doing what I do. You're lying. Wait, if I'm lying, then you lying. Because they brainwash their people to come into agreement with this. So I say you keep on doing what you're doing. Is it true that they're killing geese and dogs and cats in Springfield? Most likely it is. People saying it is. So guess what? You talk about it all day long, every day. Is it true that that lady got ran over by a Haitian? Oh, that's definitely true. They got police reports on that. Is it true that the bus got hit by the Haitians? Yep, that's absolutely true. You talk about that. Is it true that they wrecking cars in the buildings? Absolutely true. You talk about it. One wreck is just as good as 10 wrecks. You dig? In this case. One wreck is good as 10. What did I just buy for $19? Oh, okay. One wreck is as good as 10. It's factual. Ain't nobody lying. One geese taken and sacrificed is as good as 100. One horse killed and turned into meat is good as a whole 1,000, as it pertains to political narratives. And so I say they keep on putting the pressure on these people, and they keep their foot on the gas and don't take their foot off the gas. Burn through every argument with the reality of what's going on. Now in New York, they came out and said, hey man, we done found animals that have been ritually sacrificed. Point blank, period. That's what the New York Police Department came out and said, we have found animals that have been ritually sacrificed. Period. And we got to do something about this. Somebody says not all cultures are compatible. No, hell no. There ain't no way you're going to make those cultures compatible. No way to do it at all. You can try to, but they're not compatible. And there's nothing wrong with that. And you shouldn't feel guilty about that. I'm sorry. You just shouldn't. But the media wants people to feel Jean-Pierre, whatever her name is, the one that's on the White House spokeswoman. She came out and she was like, well, Donald Trump and the Republicans are attacking the most vulnerable people. These are vulnerable people. You know, they're vulnerable. They're vulnerable migrants. They're vulnerable. And she keep on hitting with vulnerable, 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 vulnerable. We ain't make them people vulnerable. We ain't got nothing to do with their status of vulnerability. We didn't do that. Y'all did it. Their government did it. James Williams, Bad Daddy, J. Poe, Pretty Girl 101, Peter, McAfee. Ain't none of y'all had nothing to do with making them people vulnerable. We had nothing to do with their vulnerability. We ain't make them people vulnerable. We ain't do nothing to them people. Well, hold on. They come here, and now we attacking them. Thank you for joining, Jeff. We attacking them? No, hell no. That's not how they work. That ain't how they work. So they weren't vulnerable when they decided they was going to leave where they were and just walk thousands of miles across multiple borders. They weren't vulnerable when they was doing that? No, they were secure when they were doing that. They weren't vulnerable when you guys were marketing to them and telling them, placing radio ads saying, hey, come to America. We'll get you in. They weren't vulnerable then? Did they? Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense whatsoever. Don't make no damn sense. It's amazing to me that they have the ability to convince people that it's your fault, it's your problem. You did this to people. I ain't do a damn thing, and I'm not taking responsibility for none of them. Not one of them is my responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Not one of them. And ain't one of them your damn responsibility. Now, who's your responsibility? Your next door neighbor. Your fellow American citizen. You should be responsible for looking out for them. But I ain't looking out for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That ain't my job to look out for you. You left a whole country. Travel thousands of miles. And then Jean-Pierre is going to be saying that they're vulnerable and we're exploiting vulnerable people. You exploited them when you brought them here. You exploited them when you brought them here and dropped them into people's neighborhoods where you knew the cultures would not mesh and meld together. That's when you exploited them. You exploited them when you decided to go give them thousands of dollars, send them out into public. Like we, the American people, are not going to figure it out and be pissed off about it. You exploited them. You exploited them, not me. You. And then the craziest thing is Joe Biden put it out. The humanitarian parole program is right in front of your face. 30,000 from each country per month. 3 times 4 is 12. That's 120,000 people coming in per month. 60 and 60 is 120. 120,000 people coming in per month. That's the people who being flown in. And then they slick. They like, well, you know, the border crossings are down. Yeah, because you flying them all in here now. Now watch this. I submit to you that the ones that came across the border, that was the free fall. That's where all the terrorists came. That's when all the stop pause. Has there been any news stories about pages blowing up in America? Or walkie-talkies blowing up in America? I'm about to go look for that. Because I refuse to believe that Hezbollah didn't come into America. And I'm going to rewind. And I'm going to talk about the genius of the attack on Hezbollah, the terrorizing of the terrorists. Do you know the level of fear they had to put in them terrorists? I mean, talk about immediately cutting off all their plans because you can't communicate immediately. Ain't nobody taking no orders because everybody's scared to get an order. I mean, somebody says pure genius. I thought it was pure high level genius. Jumping back off that, jumping back to Jean-Pierre, whatever her damn name is. Well, I call her the black Cabbage Patch Kid with the curly hair. To me, her even trying to justify any of this is ridiculous. Her trying to justify the fact that people have been threatening a presidential candidate, and they've been calling him a threat, and they've been calling him Hitler, and they've been calling him the worst thing that ever happened to America. I mean, for example, January 6th is the worst thing that happened since the Civil War, the worst thing that ever happened in the history of America. That's like giving not just 2 middle fingers. That's like wearing a t-shirt that says, I wish I had more middle fingers, and then pointing 2 middle fingers at the American people. Pointing 2 middle fingers plus a shirt that says, I wish I had more middle fingers at every veteran, at everybody who survived 9/11, at everybody who lost somebody in 9/11, at everybody who fought in World War I, World War II, at everybody who lost family members in those wars by saying that. And then they say it like people don't comprehend that it's insulting. But the reason why they get away with it is because they don't have somebody asking Kamala real questions. Because all they do is say, hey, Kamala, girl, what you over there doing? So they don't have nobody say, hey, Kamala. So what you saying is January 6th was worse than Pearl Harbor? Hey, Kamala, what you saying January 6th was worse than 9/11? Is that what you saying, Kamala? Because you saying it's the worst event. And so you saying that's worse than 9/11. That was worse than people jumping out of the building, skydiving. Boom. That was worse? You know what I'm saying? That's what you saying, Kamala? That's what I'll ask Kamala. Girl, I said, Kamala, what the hell is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Somebody said those are false flags too. That's Love Cat. Love Cat, you smart, baby, but we ain't going that high level. We are talking about from a narrative standpoint. You see what I'm saying? You're right. A lot of stuff was false flags. But the point we're making is she's saying that it was worse. You can, if we go down the line of what Love Cat is saying. The Love Cat. Okay, Love Cat. So watch this. Kamala, you saying that January 6th false flag was worse than the 9/11 false flag? That's what you trying to tell me? You see what I'm saying? There's no way you can logically make it fit. It's like putting a square inside of a round hole. It don't work. It just don't work. And nobody tells them it don't work. Somebody said disgusting comparison. Exactly. That's what they need to tell her. Kamala, that's the most disgusting comparison I ever heard. That is so highly offensive to A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Will you apologize? That's what people need to do. Will you apologize to all the people you offended when you said January 6th was worse than 9/11? Well, I never said that. That is what you're saying. Will you apologize to all the firefighters? Will you apologize to all the family members? Will you apologize, Kamala? You did? That's what it is, dog. Somebody says the media people are insufferable. I agree. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I absolutely, totally agree. And here's the thing. They're starting to do man about towns now where CNN is going out. Don Lemon was the one that kind of started it. He went out there, got mollywopped by all the people telling him basically, don't nobody agree with you, right? So CNN goes out and they go to talk to people and they get them out full. Every time they go out and they talk to the people, they get outside the echo chamber, the people saying, nah, we ain't voting for Shorty. Nobody supporting Shorty. I'm going to tell you, the only Kamala t-shirt I saw with people on when I went to go play golf, I went to the black golf course where all the uppity black people play and the elites in the black community. Everybody had Kamala stuff on. Outside of that, I ain't seen nobody with nothing that say Kamala. Now you go to the elitist black people that really know they in the know. They're the ones that know the federal judges. They're the ones that know the congressmen, the senators on the Democratic side. They all got Kamala shirts on. But the only reason why they wear and support Kamala is because she's a weight of power for them. So they blinded. You know what I'm saying? They bird box 100% bird boxed out here in these streets. You find anybody that's not bird boxed by the potential of power, and they're saying, hell no. Hell to the no. Remember that song? Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. That's what everybody's saying. Everywhere. But you go into the halls of power because they stand to benefit. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about the truth. They only care about maintaining their power and their influence. And she's a direct line of power. Not even understanding. And this is the thing that get me about people like that. Because I used to be one of them people. To a certain extent, part of me is still that person. Proximity to power does not equal power. Proximity to power means you are close to it. Proximity to power does not mean power. You learn that lesson when you offend somebody or someone who has an ego that's in power gets upset with you. You realize real quick that, man, I was just close to this person, but they will turn on me in an instant. And so all the power and influence that you think you've accumulated by all those years of hanging out with them evaporates. Unless you're the kingmaker. You're the kingmaker, then their proximity to your power is what makes them who they are. So when you see Kamala, she ain't really the power. It's the people that put her there as the power. But that's just how it works. That is just how it works. Somebody said, just ask Jamie Foxx. Yes. Roberta, thank you. Roberta. Like that old school name, Roberta. Like Roberta Flack. We can change it. Absolutely we can. Did y'all see the news about the monkeypox vaccine? Man, go look up the news about the FDA approval of the monkeypox vaccine. How in the hell does the FDA approve a vaccine for monkeypox when it says the side effects is myocarditis, when it says that it sheds and death, and anybody who took the vaccine for monkeypox, as long as they have the wound or the injection mark on their body, that they can shed that you can't even sleep in the same bed with somebody who had the monkeypox vaccine. So what you're trying to tell me is, if I go to a hotel and I done been in the same bedroom as somebody had the monkeypox vaccine, then I'm gonna get vaccinated and I can get myocarditis? Shit, bro. And you approve that? I think you're trying to kill me. I think you're trying to kill me. I think you're trying to kill me. That's crazy. I mean, they approved it with all the side effects. That's crazy. On the tail end, if everybody talking about the side effects from the last vaccine, let me get off the camera for a second. From the last vaccine, them people don't give a damn about me and you. I'll tell you, they don't care about me and you. Remember when Michael Jackson did the song, "All I Want to Say Is They Don't Give a Damn About Us"? It was like, "All I want to say is they don't give a damn about us." Mike wasn't lying to you. Even though he was with that dancing demon that kept him dancing forever. But Mike was telling you the truth. Mike was telling you the truth. They don't give a damn about you. And Sean hit it on the head. They gotta be reptiles. It's gotta be some kind of damn non-human entity. Gotta be. It don't make no damn sense. It's gotta be something that's non-human. Non-human, demonic entity. Now, whatever the manifestation is, reptiles, lizard people, fallen angels, whatever the manifestation is, you won't call it. That's got to be what it is. I'm sorry. Because it don't make no damn sense. I wonder how many people, I wonder how many of our neighbors are non-human humans. Let's just jump off the deep end. I wonder how many of our neighbors is non-human humans. You know what I'm saying? Then you take, like, for example, let's take Bill Gates. That thing can't be human. That thing has got to be something else other than human. I'm sorry. There's no way Bill Gates is human. I mean, maybe at one point in time he was, and then he got completely possessed. Maybe he's in perfect possession. Or maybe he's just a lizard person. But I'm willing to bet you that if we was in the movie V, TV show V, and we peeled the skin off Bill Gates' face, we're going to find a lizard under there. Yeah? Because he doing all kind of lizardly, snaky, dastardly things out here in these streets. And he seemed to be the ringleader of the destruction in the world plan to depopulate everybody. And a public ringleader at that. That boy, that need to be arrested. He need to be arrested, all his assets seized and divided amongst the people who suffered injuries from what he was running around, running his mouth talking about. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Real talk. And I can tell you there's something to the whole lizard people thing. I did videos on lizard people and they went super viral. And then I got shadow banned like that. It was like, oh yeah, you got 200, 300,000 views. I was like, oh, y'all shadow banning me. It's not the first time, so I know how to fight. I know how to box my way through the ban. You gotta know how to box your way through a shadow ban. You just gotta play around with the algorithm and keep working your way through it and find a hole in this, like you're punching a hole in a piece of paper and then you spread it open, keep going. But when I saw that, I was like, yeah. And then what really let me know that they had to have real lizard people. And for one of you people on YouTube that's going to look at this and be like, say, bro, we hit you with a yellow flag. So you lizard, whichever one of y'all is the lizards inside of YouTube that's going to review this. I want you to understand, I don't have no personal beef with you. But y'all people is out here trying to destroy humanity. I understand you want to come from underground. Understand you want to terraform the planet, but your ass is underground for a reason. Y'all got a whole ocean in there. Y'all just swimming around, doing whatever y'all want to do. Hang out in there. You got to come up here and mess with us. You got a whole ocean in the wall underground. Swim, have fun, go on vacation, whatever y'all do. But leave us the hell alone. Leave us alone, man. It's crazy. So to the lizard people inside of YouTube, I understand. We all want what's best. We all want to conquer. But we ain't coming in there trying to conquer your territory. You won't come up and conquer our territory. All you're doing is waking everybody up. Then we're going to come down there. We're going to conquer you. So just chill. I'm pretty sure y'all that was like, yeah, you know, we used to be on the surface. And now they run us underground. Whoever run you underground, you need to be underground. Stay underground. Leave us alone, man. Leave us alone. It's crazy. Nothing like some good old-fashioned iced coffee. Tomorrow, I'm switching to cold chaga tea. If y'all don't know nothing about chaga, chaga is probably the most fantastic tea you can get. You gotta let it simmer overnight, get all the nutrients out of it. Now, you're really supposed to drink it hot, but I don't really like drinking hot stuff. Then I let it cool down, put it in some ice. But when you let it simmer, it just releases all the vitamin C, vitamin D, every vitamin you can have. The only problem with chaga is if you drink too much chaga, it gives you kidney stones. You know what I'm saying? It give you kidney stones, so you got to be careful with that. Somebody said, who's going to InfoWars after this? You should go to InfoWars. That man has been right about everything. So, shit, that man been right about all the things. All the things. Y'all remember when it was this contention about Alex Jones? Like, Alex Jones is a liar. He's crazy. He's this, he's that. And then it turned out everything the man said was right. You know what I'm saying? Everything he said was right. Somebody trying to figure out if Kitty's here. All the cats are afraid right now. Kitty would not be here. Kitty. You know what's going on with cats all over America right now. In America are in danger. Don't understand it. Why can't we protect our pussycat? How many of y'all believe that we should protect all the American pussycats? Put a one in the chat if you think we should protect all the American pussycats. I think we should protect all American pussycats. What happens if they take all American pussycats? What are we gonna do? I don't care about protecting the rats. They eat them rats all they want. It's a catastrophe. Oh my God, y'all hilarious. What time is it? Because it's almost time for me to do noontime prayers. Oh boy, I'm way late. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I'm way late. All right, I'm about to get off and stop acting crazy. But Alex Jones been right for a long time. He was so right that they had to try to sue the shit out of the man. That's how right he was. They only sue you when you're right. They only attack you when you're right. If the man was wrong, the man was crazy, they'd have left him the hell alone. Why bring all the attention to him if he's not a threat? You know what I'm saying? So I say, save all the American pussycats. Every pussycat should be saved in America. Every dog should be safe in America. Freedom for the pussycats and the dogs in America. Liberate the pussycats and the dogs in America. That's what we need to be focused on right now. To all the cat women, we're your friend. Don't get it wrong. Up until this point, cat ladies, liberal cat ladies, we were enemies. But as Americans, we want to save all the pussycats. That means your cats as well. So now you're on our side because you want to protect your pussycat. That's all I'm saying, man. We're all on the same team. The dog lovers, the dog mommies, the dog daddies, We all on the same team now. Come on over. They won't eat your dogs. The hunters, the liberal hunters, that y'all follow the rules. Every now and then y'all go hunting. They tell you, hey man, it's not duck season. You can't hunt ducks out of season. You got people hunting ducks and geese out of season. You do it, you going to prison. You doing it, you get the $500 fine. Come on over. Protect the sanctity of American animal rights. Could you imagine they just let them just eat everything? You know what I'm saying? Eat everything. Kill everything. Slaughter everything like they did on their own island. Man, it'd be crazy. It'd be insane. Somebody will say what he's saying is hate speech. What I will say to you is, it's real talk, YouTube. It's real talk. And that's the problem. The minute y'all allow real talk on YouTube, like it's supposed to be, you're going to make even more money than you're making right now. Make it big now. Make it powerful now. You know what I'm saying? You make way more money on the YouTube. Through the YouTube. Way more advertising dollars. You dig? All right. I'm going to do my noontime prayers. I'll see y'all in a little while. Wait, somebody gave me some moolah. James Boggs said $10. Thank you, James. I appreciate you.